one we go home on. Pull it out. Let's go. Yep, reduction of risk. You're going to love this. I swear to God, you're going to love this. This one requires basically no writing at all. This is truly every procedure a nurse could ever think of doing, and it tells you how to do it and what's on the test. So if you just take a look at this page that says procedures and stuff, you take a look at procedures and stuff. This packet is going to go with that video that I just showed you. Plus, there's a whole nother section with just all these procedures in it on this video thing. Now, if you look at the first procedure, that's kind of like a major one on the test, it says blood transfusions. You know that shit is on your test, and you know it's on everybody's test, whether you are LPN or RN. Even though an LPN ain't giving no damn blood, it don't matter. It's on your test. Okay, so when you look at this, it tells you the drag and drop, what order to put it in, what do you do first, how do you do it, what do you do first if you look under blood administration. Check the orders first. You don't know how many times that's on there. The next one is check the consent. I mean, I give you the drag and drop right there. Okay? When you turn the page, let's do it together because I want to show you how these are the test plan. If you turn the page, matter of fact, I'm supposed to have you write on it. So listen, do this for me because they're numbered, thank God. On number 1, where you see the blood administration, this is truly the most popular reduction of risk, right? Reduction of risk at the top. This is the most popular reduction of risk question on the test, the blood administration questions. So just write that at the top because I'm going to show you everything that's in here. Yeah, this one. The next page, the very next page. So it should have a bunch of words. Yep, right, reduction of risk, right at the top, yep. If you turn the page to page 2, now at the bottom, and yes, it's very important, is basic care and comfort, which is how to put an IV in, and I's and O's. So this is all basic care and comfort. This packet is amazing. So you will see where to start the IV, the fact that you can't do no more than 2 pokes. You will even see I's and O's on here at the bottom. Okay? You'll see a bunch of stuff that you got to know. This is basic care and comfort. Turn the page. Now you have more information about peripheral vascular access device. Let me tell you this. Most of you are shocked to see on the real test it didn't say IV. It says peripheral vascular access device. This means IV. That's all that means. And you're pretty shocked that's all it means. And so everything on here is basic care and comfort. You having the ability to recognize phlebitis from infiltration, from extravasation, knowing that, and put this, highlight this shit, understanding that midlines are not central lines. Midlines are not central lines. You must remember that central lines, I told you the other day, the tip sits in the vena cava. That's how you know it's a central line. The whole next page is central lines, and you must highlight TPN. It's the #1 central line on your test. You absolutely have to know everything about TPN. It's the #1 central line on your test. If you turn the page to page 5. This is a reduction of risk page. It's anesthesia and analgesia. How to make sure the patient stays safe. So you're reducing their risk. Please highlight where it says MAC. MAC is monitored anesthesia care. This is where we use propofol and the patient goes to sleep. Propofol. Make sure you know MAC is propofol. Highlight the propofol. I told you don't have to write nothing. You just got to highlight it. It's in there. Propofol. Okay, it's in there. It's right there. Now, the next page is basic care and comfort. And that's because it's trach care. Everything you learned about trach care is on this page, I swear to God. You do have to know the breathing treatments. Oh my God, you definitely got to know your chest physiotherapy, and you know damn well you got to know to suck the balls. That's called incentive spirometer. In other words, I can count how many of y'all little babies got this wrong on the actual floor where you are taking care of patients. You got this thing wrong. Let me push this back in. Okay, baby. You messed this up real bad. Let me show y'all what y'all do. Because I would go see my little, what do you call it? My little C-section patients. And I would say, baby, are you doing your incentive spirometer? And they said, oh yeah, the nurse showed me how to do it. I said, okay, girl, show out for your nurse midwife. Go on and show me what you're working with. She wouldn't know what the hell she was doing because the nurse didn't know what the hell she was doing. Instead of sucking the ball, the little yellow ball, she would blow into this. That is not how you use an incentive spirometer. You literally have to inhale or suck the ball and keep the ball up as hard and as long as you can. It's not enough to get the ball to go up. You have to make it stay up. Inspire higher, baby. So every time they do it, they should be trying to break their own personal record. Now, if you look at incentive spirometer, you had to remember why we were doing it. Look at the big fancy $4 word. It says prevents what? Atelectasis, which means keeping what part of your lungs open? Alveoli. I swear to God, that shit on the chest.
Is that right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you ain't afraid of no water. You ain't gonna melt. Go on somewhere. Okay, y'all, next page. Stay focused. The next one is also basic care and comfort and reduction of risk. Let me show you which one is which. The pursed lip breathing is basic care. The oxygen therapy section is reduction of risk. Remember why I'm separating them in your mind, because they're the highest areas of failure. Okay? So you are prepared very well for this. Okay? Now I want you to flip it and you'll see the enteral feedings. This is basic care and comfort. Please put a star at the bottom of page 8. You absolutely got to know the medications through the NG tube. You got to know everything about that. Remember, your little punk ass ain't throwing them all in there at once. No, you not. This is basic care and comfort.
The entire page?
Yep, the entire page is basic care and comfort. And the one at the bottom is the most important. Medicating through the NG. Turn the page, beloved. Now we have a reduction of risk. This means that the patient is having an invasive procedure or some type of bag or whatever. And I mean, I'm sorry, that's my fault. This is basic care and comfort. They're not having a procedure on this page. They're having it on the next page. This page is just basic care because it's knowing how to do ostomies and colostomies and ileostomies and enemas and blah, blah, blah. And I will tell you this, and I need you to star it. Do you see where it says ileostomy? I need you to remember it is basically diarrhea in a bag. Highlight it. It means that the same risk with diarrhea is going to be the same risk for the patient with an ileostomy. Real high risk patient. They get dehydrated. They get electrolyte emergencies. They get excoriated around the area because diarrhea is very toxic to skin. Versus the colostomy, which is, formed stool. Okay. All right, good. Next page is page 10. This is the reduction of risk because this is an invasive procedure. If your patient is having an invasive procedure, you're always going to consider that a reduction of risk question. Now, on this one, it says oscopies, and I swear to God, I need you to highlight. The number one risk is perforation, and the bullet point underneath it says any abdominal pain or abdominal complaints after an endoscopy is who you see first.
Doesn't matter how many days?
It doesn't matter. On the next page, you have more reduction of risk. The most common synthesis procedures, closer to the bottom, the most common one is the paracentesis. Because with the paracentesis at the bottom, you remove a lot of fluid. And this is where I was saying that you might end up giving this patient albumin, and then you got to really watch their pressure. All of that is written for you. Okay, this is your alcoholic, your ascites patient. Okay, page 12. Page 12 is basic care and comfort. Specifically, you got to know how to insert a catheter. Now, this is what you get confused on the test, so let's highlight it together. If you can see that inserting a Foley catheter, find it on here because my behind is blinder than a bat, and put my little glasses on. Oh, there it is. It's the third bullet point. You need to advance the catheter 2 inches for the female and 6 inches for the man. This is how you're going to remember it. Don't nobody want no 2-inch man. Y'all all right? Yeah. You're going to remember it that way because they got them inches on there. The other thing with the man that people don't never do it, and it would make their life so much easier if they inserted the Foley the proper way. When you are inserting a Foley on a guy, here, you can't just be like, okay, they're laying down, the ding-a-ling is here, you're going in. No, nut. You have to hold it straight up. It has to be at a 90-degree angle. It's easier on this gentleman, and it goes in so fucking easy. Even if they have an enlarged prostate, it goes in better. Okay, learn your tricks or turn them. Your choice. Okay, at the bottom is dialysis, and we are looking for what medications to hold. You know this is a select all that apply. Look at what you got. Digoxin, aspirin, multivitamin, hypertensive meds, nitro. Let me add a few more. You want to hold the diuretic. And you want to hold any antibiotics. I can't tell you how many nurses don't know this. They have no idea what they're doing. None at all. They send that damn patient down there with them damn meds, and they bottom out every damn time. You are causing a risk of death when you don't know what the hell to hold. Okay, now. Page 13 and 14 are super easy. They're just medication administration. And technically, if I'm honest, yes, it's a little bit of reduction of risk, but honestly, it's part of pharmacology. So you see, pharmacology is not just meds. It's the administration of those meds. What is the focus of NCLEX? Go with your girl to that damn subcutaneous section. I need you to highlight where it says 45-degree angle, pinch and inch. Unless that BMI is greater than 25, then a 90-degree angle, that is verbatim. And your patient gonna have a BMI of 27. Your patient is gonna have a BMI of 27. Never massage or aspirate. Highlight it. Another focus is that EpiPen at the bottom. You already know what it's for, but remember when I taught it to you, you had to call 911 first because they can take a while. And I do want you to highlight where it says massage times 10 seconds because I teach you don't massage shit on this test. This is something you can massage. Help your cousin. Okay, number 14, page 14. Do you see the topicals that say ointments, creams, rings, and things? Okay, for this one, I want you to highlight that silver sulfidine and that zinc oxide. Zinc oxide is the first one. Silver sulfidine is the next one. Remember that this silfidine is for burns. Zinc oxide is for all diarrhea. And they love zinc oxide. If I were to give you a brand name, that would be Desitin or butt paste. Those are the examples of zinc oxide. Okay, turn the page. On page 15, this is all basic care and comfort. Ear drops, eye drops, drainage systems, suture removal. Remember with suture removal, it's absolutely okay to delegate that to the LPN. Please, beloved, I done seen it done wrong so many times. Whether you're taking out staples or taking out sutures, I need you to remember it's every other one. It is not every one of them. It's every other one. Because if there is a D and E starting, a dehiscence and evisceration starting, you will not have fucked up and made it worse. You can keep the staples in that you didn't take out, and we can continue to heal. Okay? Every other one is right here. You don't even have to write nothing. Girl, they be writing just, and then they get mad because they can't wait to the next page, and I'm turning, and they not, and I'm like, oh my God. Okay, now page 16. I put a lot of work in this. This is all the bomb. This is your life, honey. Okay, so on page 16, this is going to be your reduction of risk. It's the canes, the walkers, the crutches, the anti-embolic stockings, the continuous passive motion machine for total knee repairs. It's the SCDs for DVT prevention. You really have to know that. You had that?
Yes, I had a few of these too,
Yeah, it's crazy. I know, and try to walk with the sad. Number 17. If you look at page 17, it has really valuable information about restraints. It even has the actual answers to the question for fire safety, your race and your pass. This is on your test for fire safety. You see the different bioterrorisms. It talks about reverse triage. Now, I want you to go to page 20 because look what you get. You don't have the answers to this one. And if you're smart, you should challenge yourself on these. I put the answers in HETV on the videos under EKGs. So it's kind of cool. You can figure out if you kind of know them a little bit. I can tell you what you already know. If you go to the one at the bottom, you know that one for sure. This one down here, what is this? V-tag, same exact squiggly line, all of them the same height. Remember? Just like you just drew a pen up and down. Okay, so you know that. Now let's see another one that I bet you know. Let's look at strip number 11. What do you got? V-fib. There's no QRSs and there's no P. Ain't no P hugged up. You see this strip right here? Did you have the right one? Look, do you have the right one? Strip number 11? I thought so. Because I'm like, she's confused. Let me show her. Okay, strip number 12. I bet you know that. A flutter. Very nice. Okay, go backwards and tell me about strip number 7. SVT. See how fast that shit is? It's crazy.
Is that 7? I thought a 7 is a straight line.
No, 7. No. Y'all better show her.
Right here. I know, I was thinking they're straight like this.
Tell me what strip number 3 is. Remember what you're supposed to find first. AFib, there are no P waves. What are you talking about? And it's irregular, right? Isn't it irregular? Now go all the way to the back of this packet, please, like this. Do not sleep on positions. You have 3 pages of them. So if you see the back of this, you open it, you got more. And I literally tell you what it's for in type. Now, I want you to look at the knee chest position right here. Look at the knee chest position right here. Honey, let me tell you, that's on your test. And look at what it's used for. It says used for prolapse cord. Somebody said it earlier today. Yeah, it's used for prolapse cord. You gotta know that. Okay, so there you go. Now, I encourage you not to sleep on body mechanics. This shit is on the test. Okay, so you got a lot of stuff in here, you guys.
All this on the test, like, man.
You don't know which one you'll get. You don't. But everybody in this class, this 3 days, they all told me the shit that be on their test. Okay, so this is like very easy because it's just highlight, 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 highlight. Now, if you go to UWorld and you did, let's maximize our learning. You have got 8 pink packets today. You got them all. You have to do the pink packets when you do your 5 questions on your UWorld. Because if you get a procedure, pull it out and highlight it. If you got a medication on one of those questions, boom, pull it out and highlight it. If there was an EKG on one of those questions, pull it out and highlight it. Use your pink packets. Maximize them bad boys. They got everything in them, okay? Maybe it's an infectious disease. Pull it out and highlight it. You have everything you need here. Now, some of you wanted a consultation for your CPR report and me to tell you when to schedule your tests and what to do to pass and all this stuff. If you still want that, I'm not going anywhere. I always stay late on Sundays. Consultations take about 10 minutes. They don't take long. And it's